I'm just saying. Well, let me say this first. It is 10:56 a.m. Monday, September 4th, 2023. I'm just saying. If I too bright. If I were to write a story or a script for a movie or something, and I was gonna make the plot like some kind of like edgy kind of like action drama where it's like a kind of like a Blacklist, like that show, The Blacklist. Pretty cool show. It's on Netflix now. Actually, I watched it back in the day whenever it was coming out on TV. But something like that where it's like, got some hero characters and then there's like an evil cabal running the world or trying to run the world and control everybody and get everybody locked up into like a whole little like one world, one government, one religion, one currency system, like crazy stuff. If I were to write a script like that, I don't think I could do as good as the events taking place very recently. And we go through periods of time where the news does this kind of stuff and then they just wash it all away with the next cycle and then we'll do it again different times and stuff. But right now, with the stuff that just happened and the evidence and the lack of evidence, the lack of any regular people posting from Lahaina, from Hawaii, from Maui, is just ridiculous. Is everybody gone? Because it's like whoever's left is getting evicted, and it seems just that they're being heavily censored. See, what's happening is the people that are there probably think that they're making posts. And they probably are to an extent with the same handful of, like my channel. The same handful of people are allowed to see it and stuff that are subscribed or following or whatever, depending on the platform. But other than that, it won't get kicked out in the algorithm at all. I'm telling you right now, any person that would be there right now would go viral just making a video and posting it anywhere. And it doesn't even really matter what they say or show. As soon as people realize that somebody's there talking from there on their own social media, they would start going viral, if permitted. So, back to this script. If I were to try to come up with and use my imagination the best I couldn't come up with this stuff. This Burning Man situation is concerning in more than one ways, but that was a fake Forbes post that started the Ebola rumors, apparently, because Forbes corrected it and showed that it was a fake post like that somebody made. But I have seen screenshots from text messages of people there telling each other to stay in their campers because people around them are getting extremely ill and coughing up blood, and then an unknown agency has agents coming in full hazmat suits and taking them away. So, and I do believe that I'm seeing real screenshots from real people that are there. So yeah, maybe it's not Ebola, but I'm wondering if, that was pretty unordinary. It was out of the ordinary for that rain to hit like that. It really was. Woodstock, like 1969, there's still a clip on the internet. You can find it if you look it up. But there was guys walking out, because see, they weren't as high tech with it. They were a little more obvious with it back then. There's guys that got rained out of Woodstock in like 1969 on camera, or 79. And they're walking out and they're saying, "These bastards just made it rain. They made it rain on us. They've been flying circles over us with airplanes doing that cloud seeding shit, blowing that smoke out of their planes for a couple hours now. All of a sudden it's pouring down rain and washing the whole place out." I think it's a little bit more of a high-tech process, but I do think that's what happened at Burning Man. If I was writing a script for a movie. But also, like, when you have ground like that, there's definitely like mycelium in it. Mycelium is like the neural network for the whole planet. It might be foreign to it, but it's like the neural network now. Or it might have started with the planet itself, or maybe the planet itself started from it. But either way, it's under our feet practically everywhere. I mean, you couldn't say everywhere, but somewhere like the desert that doesn't get rain like that, it's called like a flush. All the mushrooms will fruit up now. Around that probably haven't fruited in years and stuff, just been sitting in like a stasis mode. With that being said, what if they were just trying to rain them out and stuff? Somebody who didn't like some of there's billionaires there and stuff. People say Elon Musk is always there, kind of incognito, probably wearing like a Hollywood mask of a regular, to look like a regular person. But what if they did it on accident? What if they weren't even smart enough? What if they just tried to wash out Burning Man? But see, I think it's deeper than this too. I'm just giving you the possibilities in my head if I was writing a movie script, which way I would have this go. So, it could have been accidental, but the rain was intentional, and the rain flushed up all of the mycelium, and it could have let some kind of airborne fungus go that had been dormant for a long time there in that area. And that could be what's causing people to have Ebola-like symptoms, coughing up. And I know that Ebola article originally that started the rumors was fake, but I don't think that. I think it was a fake article that was made intentionally to look fake. What I'm saying is I don't think just some random Joe Smo on the internet started the Ebola rumors. I think the people behind the rain did. So, that being said, we can all see FEMA was there, boom, just like that. All of a sudden, they would just appear sometimes, even sometimes simultaneously with the disaster event taking place. But then they're keeping everybody there. They won't let anybody leave. That's what they was doing in Hawaii. We all seen it. We all seen them roadblocks. I don't think cops are bad. I don't hate cops. I don't think cops are evil or anything, but cops and military and federal agents are the ones who have the biggest decision to make. For me personally, I think the decision should have already been made by all of them, but I know that's unrealistic at this point. But at some point, they have to decide to not take direct orders, to not take them. At some point, I want to point something out about this church real quick. It's cool. This over here says AHEPA. AHEPA temple. So the way that my brain automatically, and this could be wrong, but it's AHEPA temple. And my brain, what literally comes to me, just thinking that I might know a little bit about like Greek or Latin, which isn't it like the same thing, kind of, but is a HEPA would be Alpha Hep which would mean First Liver Temple. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section, because I didn't look anything up. I just walk past it all the time, and I just wanted to say what I think all the time when I walk past it. It's where it would be like A Alpha HEPA Temple. It would be like First Liver Temple. And then I wonder, because there's no buildings around here that look that nice, you know what I mean? It's the nicest thing around here. What if it's like the cities and stuff, like it's, what if that is like kind of like the liver? You know, I'm getting way off track. So I think there might be, in this movie script I would be writing, a huge sacrifice being made. Because, shout out to Alex from Donut Factory, check his channel out. He pointed out something that I didn't know that was obvious and I should have known, is that Google owns 51% of the land share thing, where they own the property that Burning Man's on. Did you know they probably own that 51%, and then the other 49% is probably them too, or somebody from within them that there's probably some reason why it's, 51% on public record. There's probably like a tax reason or something for that why, but it's probably 100%. And there are deities, or entities, or third dimensionally disembodied consciousness. Like, no, we don't know what the internet is, just so everybody understands. We don't know. We call things like the internet and artificial intelligence and stuff. We have no idea what we're talking about. If you think deep into it for a minute, you'll realize like you have so many more questions than answers. So I just wanted to talk about the Burning Man thing for a second. I'm not going to drag this on any longer because this is already over 10 minutes, which I wasn't intending to make it that long. I'm just rambling. I do think there's something nefarious, something that human hands are involved in with this situations that we're seeing. There's fires everywhere. What I'm just trying to say is that everything's connected. The stuff that we see taking place all over the world, Africa, Hawaii, the Burning Man fiasco is still unfolding. I really think that we're going to find, because they always have one death there every year. There's always news stories that says one death. Well, this time the news stories all say one death and 77,000 trapped. And then they knew there wasn't 77,000 people there. They just wanted to use that number for the headlines because now they're dropping the amount of people that they think is there. But they always knew. And when I say they, I don't mean every writer and reporter and all that stuff. I understand that things are compartmentalized, and I don't think everybody's evil or something like that. So please don't take it that way. It's just a way of talking at this point. But yeah, if I was gonna, help finish a movie script here, I would think this one was going in the direction of a mass sacrifice to some kind of deity that high Google officials is orchestrating, and those around them in their tight-knit clubs. Stay up.